We are 10 days into the January transfer window and still no new names are in through the door. However, the club have been sparked into immediate negotiations as a move is imminent. Today we'll discuss this whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Alan Hutton believes Rangers must regret not signing Lewis Ferguson from Aberdeen when they had the chance. The Scotland international is now flying high in Italy with Bologna, where he recently overtook Denis Law as the top scoring Scotsman in Serie A history. Ferguson has been a revelation with his club side, and he's also starting to play his way into Steve Clarke's Scotland just at the right time ahead of the European Championships in Germany later this year. Rangers were linked with Ferguson when he was performing for Aberdeen in the Premiership, but a deal was never agreed between the two sides despite Ferguson's family association with the Ibrox club. Hutton believes the 24-year-old would have been an ideal fit in Govan, and he was left disappointed when his former side never pursued a deal. He explained, "There has to be a bit of regret there. There have been a few players who have gone abroad and done really well that probably Rangers and Celtic would have looked at in the past. Lewis Ferguson is definitely one of them. He's gone over there and it can't be easy, but you listen to him doing his interviews now and he's speaking the language and he seems really settled. He's going from strength to strength and is fighting to get into the Scotland team. Someone like that at Rangers at this moment in time would make them better. So I think they have missed out. There have been other ones as well, obviously Josh Doig going over and Aaron Hickey. There have been so many. Is that the reason that they just preferred other targets, or did maybe they just didn't trust them because they were a little bit young? I don't know. I think for Rangers and Celtic to be looking at bringing these guys in makes them better. With the January transfer window now open, Hutton believes a new number 9 is needed at Ibrox to strengthen the club's title challenge. He added, "For me, Rangers need a new number 9, that's the big one as far as I'm concerned. Obviously Desses has come in and to be fair, it looks like he's trying hard to appease everybody, but it's not quite come off for him. I actually think in recent weeks he's looked a bit better, but it's a small margins, and in the Old Firm game for example, Celtic had Kyogo up the other end of the pitch who is a big game player. Desses has a massive opportunity and didn't take it, Kemar Roofe has had his injury problems, Seema has gone away, so I think Rangers need to look to bring somebody else in." Just a quick one guys, we've released our January merch drop, so do browse the new collection. We've got the Mr. Blue Nose tees, along with our Stauncho Meter tees. Do, as I said, browse the collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to rfcclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. Sam Lammers is set to leave Rangers before the end of the week. The Dutchman is believed to be close to joining FC Utrecht on loan. A deal is said to be edging towards completion and could be officially announced within the next 48 hours, with the 26-year-old returning back to his homeland. The attacking midfielder joined the Ibrox club in the summer under Michael Beale. Rangers forked out £3.5 million for the Atalanta player as he signed a 4-year deal. However, he has failed to make an impression in Glasgow, a similar story to some of Beale's other summer recruits. The player's game time has become even more limited under Philippe Clement since the Belgian's arrival in early October. Lammers has made 31 appearances across all competitions for the club, but has managed just 2 goals and as many assists in an unproductive spell. It is understood Lammers will join Utrecht on loan until the end of the season, although there will be a fixed figure in place for the Eredivisie club to buy him upon the expiry of his move. Lammers started his career at PSV Eindhoven. He's also plied his trade for Heerenveen in the Netherlands. He moved to Italy in 2020 and turned out for Empoli and Sampdoria, as well as enjoying a loan spell at Eintracht Frankfurt. In other news, Rangers are set to undertake a trial of moving smaller groups of away supporters for the Scottish Premiership clash against Livingston on February 3rd. Rangers say this will help maximise the number of supporters in the stadium. Away fans are normally situated in the Govan West corner of the stadium, and this will remain the case for the clubs who bring a larger travelling support. But for the upcoming fixture against David Martindale's men, Livingston fans will be situated in the club deck. A club statement read, "The trial's objective is to maximise the number of Rangers supporters within Ibrox Stadium and to help further amplify the matchday atmosphere in support of the team. Traditionally, away supporters at Ibrox are located within the Govan West corner, and this will remain the case for clubs who take up a large number of tickets made available to them. However, with some visiting clubs only using a small proportion of the tickets, Rangers will for this match welcome Livingston supporters in the club deck, thus allowing Rangers to make the Govan West corner available to our own supporters and therefore increase the number of Rangers fans in the stadium. Following the game, Rangers will make a thorough assessment of success of the trial before making any decisions on repeating the trial at future matches. Over 20,000 My Jazz members are on the season ticket waiting list, and the club will continue to explore options to maximise the number of tickets available to Rangers supporters both home and away. Season ticket holders who cannot attend a home match are encouraged to use Seat Sub to make their seat available to another Rangers supporter. Supporters using Seat Sub receive 75% of their ticket price back as credit for future purchase and to help ensure Ibrox remains full to provide maximum support to the men's first team. Rangers striker Cyril Dessers has been put on standby for the African Cup of Nations after Nigeria lost Bayer Leverkusen star Victor Boniface to injury. The Ibrox star has received his fair share of criticism this season for his performances, but the 29-year-old has still managed to score 9 goals, including a crucial one in Spain against Real Betis in the Europa League. He was snubbed by the Super Eagles manager for the African Cup of Nations despite being named in the original preliminary squad. However, Leverkusen striker Boniface was withdrawn from the squad with a groin tear, which will keep him out for 6 weeks. Pizarro, the manager, decided to call up Nice striker Terem Moffi as his replacement, but because of his inclusion came after the official deadline, his club Nice are under no obligation to release the player and could refuse his release. And reports in Africa have stated that Dessers is next in line to go to the tournament if Nice don't allow Moffi to go. A Nigerian FA statement said, Terem Moffi has been called as a replacement, but that is subject to his club allowing him to be released for AFCON. Pizarro is already under pressure after a disastrous final warm-up game saw them lose 2-0 to Guinea. Rangers goalkeeper Jay Hogworth has signed for Dumbarton on loan until the end of the season. The 20-year-old, who is yet to make a competitive appearance for Rangers, spent last season on the books of Alloa Athletic. Hogarth joins the Rock Club as they look to win promotion from League 2, however Stenhouse Moors still hold a sizable lead at the top of the table. The shot stopper will be ineligible for the upcoming Scottish Cup third round tie between Dumbarton and Rangers. Lastly, Scott Brown insists the gap between Celtic and Rangers remains quite big, as the former Celtic captain admits he would love to see a return to the old away ticket allocations. The recent derby between the sides was the latest in which there were no away supporters in attendance. The standoff between the teams has been ongoing for numerous years after Rangers decided to cut the number of away tickets handed to Celtic from around 7,000 to 800 in the amount given to every other team in Scotland. Celtic retaliated by cutting Rangers' allocation to the same amount, however the situation has become more strained in recent times, with both teams just hosting their own fans in their respective home fixtures. Scott Brown reckons the traditional away support was halted because Celtic kept winning at Ibrox. But the ex-Celtic captain would love to see them back as the fixture is suffering as a result. This is what he had to say. Rangers and Celtic games, they're always hard because there's no away fans now. That's the hard thing, you want to go away from home, you want to see your fans as well. I think they should try to get that back. You want to have that. Understandably, the fans want to see you at Ibrox scoring and celebrating. It's part and parcel of the game. I think it's all stopped when we kept winning. I think that's maybe why it stopped. Celtic have got a strong squad. As we saw the gap when the teams played the other day, it was quite big. The way Celtic front three pressed, the way that they got after the ball, the quality they've got, I think that's the difference. Rangers fans, what do you make of Sam Lammer's imminent departure? Let me know down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we have released our January merch drop, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you, take care, push.